Hey guys, it's Carl Brown, GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn how to play Bron-Yr-Aur, or however you say it, by Led Zeppelin. So this is a 2-minute acoustic piece, kind of instrumental. It's on the Physical Graffiti album. So we are in a crazy tuning here. I'll just go through over here. You're going to drop your 6th string down to a C. And then the next string is just a standard A. And the next string is a C as well. So let's drop down to C. So you have those two are C's. Then the 3rd string stays at a G. You're going to raise the B string up to a C. And you're going to keep the high E string at an E. So it creates a C6, a C major 6 tuning, if you will. That's what that is. So we have C, A, C, G, C, E. All right? All right, so I'm going to break this up into a couple sections. The first section I just played contains pretty much most of the parts that you're going to come across in the song. Let's take a look at the picking real quick, though. So this very first thing, that's how a lot of the picking is going to be. So let's just look at this on the middle 4 strings. Probably the easiest way it's going to be to fingerpick this is the first 2 strings of every pattern to be both done with the thumb. And then, so we have this. So then that's the index and the middle after that. All right, so there's gonna be slight variations and stuff throughout the song, but we get this first section down, we'll cruise through the rest of it a lot quicker. So we're gonna slide into this 3rd fret on the A string, and then open D, open G, open B. Now we have the same picking pattern, except the first note is going to be the 6th string, and then those 4 strings open again, the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. So this. This next one is the same thing, but you're going to hammer on instead of a slide. So a lot of the song, he just switches between, especially when he's coming into this 3rd fret here. Sometimes it'll be hammer on, sometimes it'll be a slide. So that's what it is. Now, so the second time through, when you do that, you're going to go to the low 6th string, open D, and then the G, and then stop there. There's a slight 8th note pause. So we have... All right, now we're back to the 16th notes. Back to just this 3rd fret here. But here the top note is going to be the high E string. And then we're going to have that same full picking pattern starting on the 6th string. So we have this. All right, so the first time he plays that, where the top high E string is accented, he does that little pause there as well. And then he starts just chugging along that same pattern again and again, 5 times in a row, without any pauses. All right, so we basically, except the very last one, there was a pause there. You didn't play the B string. So whenever there's a pause, you're stopping on the G, you're not going to the B. So far we have this. All right, so now we have this next section, which starts like this. All right, so that's going to be played with your second finger, the second fret here on the 5th string, 2nd on the 4th, and then the 2nd on the B string. So you're going to pick the A string and the B string at the same time. I'm calling them A and B. This is obviously it's a C string now, but we're just calling it like as if it was standard tuning, so it won't be confusing. So we have basically the 5th and 6th string, 5th and 2nd hit at the same time with your thumb and middle, open G, and then the 4th string there. So that's a little variation there. Then middle finger is going to play the 3rd fret here on the high E string, and then you're going to pull it off to the open string. So we have this. So the same time that open high E sounds, you're going to hit the 5th string again. So we have this. And starting from that 5th string, you have that picking pattern. The 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. That ascending pattern again. So far. One more time. Then jump to this 3rd fret here on that same pattern we did before, but you're just holding this now with your 3rd finger. And then the pattern starting on the 6th string and pausing on the G. So we have this. Alright, you're going to run into that a lot in the song, as well as this next part. So those two always kind of rotate back and forth. So this part, 5th fret on the 5th string, and then 5th fret on the 2nd string together, and have your 4th fret down on the 3rd string there. So we have the 2 outside notes picked together again, then the 3rd string, and then the 4th string, the open high E. And then you're going to pick a cross, lift up that third finger, and just pick a cross. And that's just from the 5th, open 4th, the 3rd string, and the open 2nd. So we have, and then back down to that 3rd fret of the 5th string with that same picking pattern. Alright, so that came out of this part. And it goes back into this. And then Alright, so they're just kind of rotating those two parts back and forth. And then we have this new section. Alright, so that's the same thing repeated twice. We're here at the 5th fret now on the 6th string there. That with the open G string. Then, so it's kind of a descending pattern here. We have those two strings together. Then the open D, open A, followed by the open B. So that's the first group of 16th notes. And then we're going to have just all open strings for the next group of 4, which would be the 5th string, 4th, 3rd, and the high E. So we have this. And then we're back to where we kind of hammered on to the 3rd fret and did that picking pattern there that you've seen 100 times by now. And then it's the low 6th string to the G and the B. And there's a slight 8 note pause there. Then just pretty much repeat that section. Alright, so then you're going to go back to this part we did earlier. Alright, so you're kind of just going through those same sections that you did before. So by now we're to the like the 33-second mark of the song. So we're going to play from there, this next little section here, because it's mostly repeating the stuff you've already played, which is good. But we have a couple of new things to think about too. So I'll play through it real quick. Alright, so actually a lot of new stuff in that little section here. So this was basically between the 33-second and 56-second mark. So we're going to start here, sliding into the third fret, the same pattern we did before. And then this same chord we did before. It's just we're doing that straight picking pattern on it now. We're not doing any pull-offs. So straight across. And then I borrowed the 4th fret here across the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. So you can have the open A with it though still. So we have this. So those, you're just picking straight across. And then just, raise this finger up so it's just playing the 4th fret on the 4th string. And then the rest of them are open. So those 4 middle strings. So we have this. I'm sorry. Alright, let's repeat that. Alright, so that was played through twice just like that. And then the third time through starts the same. But when you get to this, top note, do a quick little hammer pull to the 5th fret and back on the B string. Do it twice and then pick through it, and then so you basically did it twice with a little trill on there. Then you pick through it just to the top note is the 4th fret, and then you did it again with the top note is the 5th fret, and then back down twice picking through that same pattern with the top note as the 4th fret. Alright, so we have this. Alright, now we have these kind of bars that show up here. We're gonna, same picking pattern, we're gonna slide into the 5th fret with a full bar. And then the picking pattern is gonna be that 6th string, then 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Then slide into the 7th fret. And you're gonna play 7 on the low E, 7 on the D, 7 on the G, then the open B. Now that open B gives you time to shift back to this hammer on at the 3rd fret here on the same thing we've kind of run into a few times. And you're gonna do that pattern there, and then so it's a pattern just like the beginning. So all together. All right, so basically repeat that 4 times. Alright, so repeat that section 4 times, and then you're all the way through this second section we're taking a look at. Alright, from there we have the 3rd section, so I'll play from there. Now we're going to be running into a lot of stuff that we've seen before. So here we go. Alright, so that is pretty much what we did in the first section, just starting with that the same exact bars. And alright, here there's a different ending. So it's just kind of, instead of going, it's just a low C string. Then back. And that same section we went to, like this. Now, if you're kind of getting lost, it's the same parts repeated a lot, but if you know the sound of the recording a lot, you just keep following along. It's pretty easy to follow. So we have all the same stuff. All right, and now we have pretty much this next section. I'm going to start here. It's about at the minute and 18-second mark. So I'll start playing from here. Alright, so I just left out the very end there, since it's something we haven't seen before. So, a lot of the same thing. We're starting here. This is real similar to stuff we did in the second section, I guess. 3rd fret there with those open strings. Same picking pattern with that familiar chord shape. Then up there at the 4th fret bar. That little trill on top, and then you pick through it again. And this time, instead of just leaving the G and the B open, you're going to be leaving only the B. So you're going to take off, after you play that G string, lift up, and give that an opportunity to go back and start over. So he does that, leaving off 2 times in a row, exactly like that. And then when you get to the 3rd time through, he just rotates between picking through it and just going between 5th and the 5th fret and the 4th fret being the top note. Then we're back to that same done 4 times, except the 4th time a little bit different ending. So it's the same way we did it earlier in the song, basically 3 times. And this 4th time, all right, so we basically left here from the 7th fret. You're gonna do pick across that 4th fret bar with the open A, and then 5th fret is the top note, and you repeat that 2 more times. All right, and then you just play it twice with 4th as the top note. So basically, as soon as you get there, 4, 5, 3 times, and then 4, 4 just done once. And then we have this ending. So this ending is pretty short, and I'll play through it real quick. Alright, so it's the same ascending picking pattern, thumb, thumb, index, middle, with the 7th fret on the A string, 5th fret on the D, then the open G, open B. And then reach your 2nd finger over and grab the 5th fret there on the G string. So now you're going to play, you got the 5th fret on both the D and the G. You're going to do that picking pattern now across the top 4 strings. And now you're going to grab, it's going to be the open D, 7th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B, and the open high E. You're going to pick across that. Same pattern done 3 times, and then add the 7th fret on the D once, and then back to the open, and back to the 7. So we have slowly slow down. And then this last chord, you strum in all 6 strings, just have your 3rd fret there on the 5th string. All right, so try to track down these little individual sections that are repeated a lot and just master those. And then just listen to the recording a lot. You'll be able to kind of hear when he's going to certain parts, and you'll be able to get it down pretty quick, I think. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.